I don't even know what to say about this nonsense, but we have seen so many situations where people have been more or less assaulted in gyms over the last several years. You've seen men walking into gyms, going into women's locker rooms saying, oh, you can't say anything about it because I'm a man or because I'm a woman, right? Well, this is a pretty viral video, and I don't even think I can play it on YouTube.
You're talking about the powering up one?
Yeah,
yes.
I wouldn't play that
Oh,
one.
yeah.
But what I am going to do is show you just a couple screenshots of this silhouette here. As you can see, this dude in the women's locker room here.
Using a plunger. They're just
Yeah.
using a plunger.
On his self.
Toilet.
It's a very, very small little plunger.
Going pretty hard
That's
here.
a big plunger, okay? That's a good plunger.
But hey, who are you?
Not the
He's a
size of the
woman.
plunger. It's what it can
Girth of the plunger.
unclog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is out of Planet Fitness, and the girl who filmed the whole thing said that the guy who was whacking it and powering up in the women's bathroom, the workers did absolutely nothing because, hey, Planet Fitness policies allow men to go in to women's spaces because they're for everybody and all that nonsense. But I think this is a situation here where this is the next step, where it's like, oh, look, so they're just, hey, what's the problem? They go into these stalls and they just want to pee or poop. What's the problem? This is the problem because people take it to the next step. They go crazy and they're already fucking Looney Tunes. So why don't you just let them come all over the place in the fucking bathroom? It's disgusting. Yeah, yeah, we did. We did.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. The whole thing is just disgusting. And Planet Fitness, like we talk about people who should be boycotted. Planet Fitness should be boycotted for allowing this nonsense. If you are a member of Planet Fitness, you got to go in and say, what the fuck are y'all thinking with this? And as we've seen in so many situations, the women and the woman who calls out, they're the one who gets punished in a situation like this, which is pathetic. I don't know. Tiny, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, have you've seen these situations that go to the gym and you see, like, what would you do if you saw a dude, number one, in your locker room, number two, powering up?
Well, I'm from New York, so I'm trained to just ignore it. But no, it makes me feel helpless because the place won't do anything about it, right? And what can you do about it, really, as a woman? What are you gonna do? Go in there and punch him in the face? I mean, maybe, but like, again, the end result's always you getting into trouble, whether you let the place know or if you go in there and decide to be a vigilante and handle it yourself or whatever. Like, it's a helpless situation. That's the problem. Like, there's no one there on our side when we're.
Do you feel, Tiny? Do you feel that women are on your side though? Because like that's the thing, right? Like this would be solved pretty quickly, I would imagine, if women came up and said, "We're not standing for this." But as you see time and time again, a lot of women support this. I'm not saying all by any means, but do you feel that women support what you're saying, Tiny?
I mean, not. I feel there's enough that support what I'm saying. Do I feel there's more women who will pretend to be on the side of this moron, who will most likely have a beard and no surgery done at all, who just calls himself trans? And but that term trans has been thrown around so fucking loosely for the past few fucking years. Like I don't understand why no one understands the difference between a fucking trans and a fucking cross-dresser. You know what I mean? These are just cross-dressers. What do what the fuck you want? Do what you want, but like I don't understand why you gotta bother other people with it. And now you're stealing terms. I hate everything. I hate everything so much. But yeah, I do feel that, and obviously depending on the where you are. I think either women are pretending to be on the side of these trans people, or they're too scared to say anything about it. Because I mean, to be real, what is a woman going to do? It's still a dude, right? And now it's a creepy dude, which is even scarier than just a regular dude, right?
Well, I'll tell you what, something that is even weirder here, when you have just regular dudes, is when they go to the hospital And this is such a big thing when it comes to medical. Like we have dudes who think they're girls, and they're demanding pregnancy tests here now.
All right, so definitely to rule out your pneumonia, we're going to need a chest x-ray. But prior to that, because it's radiation, we're going to need a pregnancy test. Oh, you're trans? Okay, let me just check the chart. Yes, yeah, I do see you're trans. Sorry about that. It's right here. Let me just call x-ray. Yes, hi x-ray. Patient XYZ. Yes, I see that you ordered a pregnancy test before their chest x-ray, but this patient is actually trans. Yep. Yeah, I know the current sex says female, but if you look directly below that, it says that their birth sex was male. You can see that.
Can we just stop down for a second and realize how fucking stupid it is that there are two different lines for sex and birth sex?
Of course. But like the insurance and the hospitals, I'm sure don't give a shit. Great, we get to do a scan.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna charge you $150 for a pregnancy test.
Yeah, and by the way, there's your answer to why this is all going on. Like they make an enormous amount of money.
That okay. So what's the question? You still absolutely need the pregnancy test. Okay. So I'm just gonna run this by you real quick. You want my patient, who is a trans girl, to go to the bathroom, to whip out their male parts that they still have, to pee in a cup, to see if they're pregnant with the uterus that they don't currently or have ever had. Yes, that's correct. Okay. Oh, there's a refusal form. Great. It needs to be signed by 3 doctors and the patient. We don't have 3 doctors on right now. Oh, okay. Well, can you bring the form up and I'll see what I can do? No, I have to come get the form. Okay. What's that? You said you'll just pee in the cup. Okay. All right, great. Thanks. Sorry, I know this is kind of a pain. What's that? You need the sample to be blood. Okay. All right.
What?
Thanks.
It's all so fucking exhausting.
But Phoenix is right. This is all just a, let them play whatever, silly game that they're playing, and we collect money and everybody wins, right? They feel better, we get rich, yay, and that's it. That's I mean, to be fair, that's the way to, it's always, I was friends with a doctor years ago who straight up told me, like, most of the things we prescribe aren't needed. We just do it to make the patient feel better. Mentally.
Yeah.
They don't need any of the stuff we prescribe and send them to the pharmacy for. We just write it to make them feel like they did something today.
So the crazy thing is that I just searched it up. The average pre-surgery counseling, post-surgery, all that kind of stuff, it ranges between $40,000 to $50,000 per person. And that's not including like the the medicine that you're going to be taking afterwards. So this is a lot of money to be made by big pharma. So this is the reason why they're pushing it. It's because they're getting a lot of extra money, right? And they're getting a lot of incentives from the government.
And one of the things that's great too is like trans people allowed these people to, you were never allowed to harm your patient. Now you can. So that opens up all new venues of things like castration, all these other wonderful surgeries that you can do to make money on. Since that's just thrown out the window, that patient care. Because look, x-rays are not healthy for you. So you shouldn't be just getting x-rays for no reason. But this kind of allows them to do that. So you can just keep billing.
I'll say this. I can only go off my personal experience, right? I've known several trans people in my life. Every single one of them, to a T, words out of their mouth, say that they're mentally fucked up. So I'm just taking them at their word. That's all. It's like, that's not me being like, hey, that's them saying this, not me. So don't come being mad at me about what these people are telling me.
Well, gender dysphoria is in the DSM. Yeah. But and then when they wanted to get it removed, they said no, because that's how we get our prescriptions. By the way, that's a little fun fact.
Always comes back to that money. Money, money, money right there. Clips of the show all the time. The live show Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Hit that subscribe button right here.